Hello, welcome back to Up the Villa. Welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa. It's transfer news, links, rumours, noise, murmurings, incomings, outgoings. You name it, you'll find it here on Transfer Hub. If you are new to our channel, make sure you are subscribing. Get on the journey with us. Make sure you are commenting your thoughts on everything that I discuss on this episode. Goes off like a fan forum, so talk amongst yourselves in the comment section, interact with each other, and smash a like on this episode then. So we've got some Ollie Watkins news. If you have a look at the Manchester United side of things, the news is pushing and going with Ollie Watkins to Manchester United, Sesko to Manchester United. There's a lot of conversations. Watkins' name is getting thrown around a lot. And if you look at that side of things, you'll think, oh, my, he's close to going, or, you know, there's talks, it's advancing, the clubs are negotiating. And then you look at the Villa side of things and you look at the local journalists. I mean, last week, Percy said not for sale. And I actually trust Percy. You know, back post, he's come clutch a lot of times for Villa. He's on the pulse, maybe not as much as what he used to be, but he's very reliable. And I always, when he mentioned that last week, I believed him, and I think he's not for sale. And Villa don't want to sell him, and we are sort of saying, no, you're not going. Because I look at what happened in January with Arsenal, and there was an opportunity there for Watkins to push for that. There was a moment where you thought, oh no, what game was it on the eve of? Was it Celtic? I think it was the Celtic game, wasn't it? Like I got to Villa Park early, and it really ruined my pre-game. Look, just seeing that and thinking he could go to Arsenal, and the bad timing, and not good from Arsenal. But he didn't go; he stayed. And now you're looking at like all Manchester United creators just going with Watkins and kind of being like devaluing Watkins really as a player. And we've had an update tonight from Jacob Tanswell, who has reiterated the stance of, despite Manchester United's sounding out over a potential move, Aston Villa insisted early in the window that Ollie Watkins was not for sale and still have no intention in allowing the striker to leave this summer. I think it's good that we, as a Villa community, get this out there, because it's just not settling for the fans, is it? It's not settling, thinking that Watkins is going to leave with our current situation of the window being very quiet. So the fact that we're seeing reports of Watkins going to Man United, it's just not good. So the fact that we've got, as of now, a little bit of clarity that he's not for sale, we've got no intention of selling him, is really good, really calming. And his picture is still staying. Is it on the wonk? I don't know. But it looks a bit wonky. What is it, wonky? No, I don't know. I don't know whether they're all wonky. They're all probably on the wonk. But yeah, so I think it's just really good that we've got that coming out from Villa's standpoint. And I was having my dinner earlier, and I was just flicking through, and I saw this, and I just couldn't believe what I was reading here. It's this guy's tweet here, right? I was just like, mate, like, what are you going on about? So it's from Dev here. We can see Dev has tweeted, and he's put a low risk 40 million plus transfer for Ollie Watkins is better, bracket, right now, for Manchester United than the high risk 65 plus for Benjamin Sesko. Watkins knows the league, has World Cup coming up, has better link-up ability, and is a great example for our young strikers to me, it's clear. I just thought, like, a low risk 40 mil. Like, how degrading is that? Like, you think that you are going to get a Premier League striker that knows where the back of the net is, that has produced 20 goal involvements for the last 3 seasons, and you think that 40 million is going to get him? And I see a lot of this. He turns 30 in December. Well, strikers can play until they're around what? 36? I mean, Watkins to me looks like his pace is as quick as he was when he got here. And for that, for goals, you pay a premium. For strikers, you always pay a premium because they score your goals. They are the difference makers. They can. We've seen it. How many times have we seen Ollie Watkins rise like a salmon away at Bournemouth? Boom, header, glancer, goal. He's so good at doing that for Aston Villa. We saw it at Bournemouth away this season as well. He's a very, very good player. Yes, he misses chances. A lot of players miss chances. And for me, he's integral to the way that we play. And unfortunately, the way Villa will look at it is if they were to sell Ollie Watkins. Okay, so we're looking hypothetically. Imagine we sell Watkins, right? What do we have to go ahead and do? We have to go out and replace those goals. Now, we look at the market for strikers. What's out there? Is there any names that jump out? Because I can't find names that bring and come straight away and have the impact that Ollie Watkins has. Maybe you can get a player that can grow a little bit and ease into it, but we're not that. We don't need that. We need the quality right now, and unfortunately, the market's not there. So, for me, 40 million to replace Watkins, it doesn't replace him. 45, it doesn't replace him. You're talking 60, 65, and that's in a market where if you want him, you'd have to pay for that. So, for me, we can't sell him because, for me, if we sold him, we would be in big trouble, I think. So I'm happy with Villa's stance. I'm happy that it's clear to me. So he says, to me, it's clear. To me, it's clear that he can't leave. And I think Villa know this. So I think the other thing with him as well is that I look at someone like, and this age, saying this age thing, that the age thing is a problem to, say, Manchester United. The age isn't a problem to Villa because he's our player and he produces numbers and he can continue to produce those numbers. You look at Chris Wood last season. Who'd have expected 33-year-old Chris Wood to pop up with, what did he get, 20 goals? Nobody would have expected that. So strikers can always bag goals and they can have real purple patches. And I think Watkins this season, his aim for me at Villa is 20 goals. And you may say he's never got 20 goals before. Well, he can easily get 20 goals this season. Chris Wood got 20 goals last season and he's 33. Watkins, 29. And I just think with Watkins, hit the season and the ground running, get that first one early on, and let it just snowball, and the goals will just keep rolling. I think, yes, he's got to just get away from that period of, say, a little patch where he doesn't score. I think he's just got to back himself this season to be really confident, and he's got massive motivation for the World Cup as well. He doesn't. The last thing for Watkins is he doesn't need an unsettled season. He doesn't need to have outside influences that may affect him getting into the England squad for the World Cup. So he needs a comfortable season where he feels good in himself and then to get the goals and the numbers that he gets, to put him right in the firing line for being a part of Tuchel's World Cup team squad, and to have clutch moments like he did at the Euros. So I think he's proved for England that given an opportunity and a chance, he can take it. And that's what he did in the semi-final to fire England to the final. So for me, I'm really pleased that that report has come out today, because I think it's needed that Villa need to keep hold of Ollie Watkins. It's crucial. And this leads me on to another little topic that I thought I'd add on to this, and it's Villa's squad. So let me know your thoughts on major areas that need looking at. One thing that also Jacob Tamswell has said this evening is that Redmond has a small injury and he'll be out for a few weeks. So that's why he's not been featuring in America. I imagine he's still back in England recovering, with Garcia and Barkley, who are injured as well. So I've just done this. I've probably missed someone off. So there's probably someone. I mean, Moreno's not on it because there's reports that he's in talks with Girona. So I've done this, and I just want to have a little look. Really, I do think we need another centre back, because although Ozcan is featuring in pre-season, I'm not sure whether Emery will back Ozcan for the whole campaign. So that's a little area that I'm looking at. If we go with 3 centre backs during a game, then I would imagine we're going to need a 4th on the bench as well. Left back looks good. Right back, I would like a right back, but who knows what we're doing there. And then I think central midfield is our strongest area as well. I mean, you could put McGinn in central midfield as well. That cluster of Tielemans, Kamara, Onana, Bogard. Bogard could be that defender. I don't know whether Emery wants to play Bogard there. He started in a pre-season game. Striker off Watkins. I think we need somebody there, but could that be Redmond? I don't know. I'd say he's a bit more of an in-betweener playing around there, maybe. Jimo Aloba, you guys know my thoughts on him. I really like him. Hopefully he can step up. Ealing Jr., what do we do with him? Does he get a loan? Ramsey McGinn. McGinn could obviously go absolutely anywhere on here. So those are the areas. I think off the striker, what are we doing with Buendia? Is he staying? Is he going? Is he going on loan? Are we going to sell him? And then that right-hand side with Bailey, Marlon. Marlon could obviously go there. We could switch it around, etc. So I think there's our squad mapped out. It looks pretty strong and competitive there. Tactical tweaks from last season, hopefully. But I think as this window does develop, and we may have episode 2 of Tumbleweed happening in the next few days. I don't know. I haven't felt the vibe to do a new Tumbleweed episode yet, but we'll have to see. But for me personally, that right-hand side is something that needs addressing. I mean, if Emery has decided to go with Marlon out there for the whole season, then okay, we've got a player, we've got a first teamer that plays there, and then your forward line can look like Watkins, Rogers, Marlon, etc. What happens to Leon Bailey? Is he going? Is he staying? It's gone very quiet on Bailey. I mean, Dendonka. I mean, how'd you get rid of him? Like, how on earth do you get rid of Dendonka? I mean, he's not even with the first team in America. Yeah, you know, so what's he happy doing? Is he happy to just chill on his 90k and just wait and wait and wait? Or does he want to play some games? Does he want to move? Buendia looked sharp in pre-season. Could he stay? But I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. I like Buendia. I like him. I like how. I like how he tries a lot and he wants to win, and he's very competitive. But I'm just not sure he can stay. I think. Yeah, I feel like with Brent Daly, it's his pace. It's not there. So, and I also think that's why Asensio, we just said no, because for as much as how quality he was, there was just no pace, like movement. It wasn't powerful enough, and I think games just like drift him by a little bit. I mean, Buendia, he actually looked pretty sharp the other day. He looked really quick. It was probably the quickest I've seen him run, but I probably need to see more. So Buendia, I'm open if he looks bang at it, but again, Bailey, I think the vibe's just flat there, and there's no rumours with Bailey, which is a little bit strange. That early on in the window we had the Saudi link, we've had nothing else. So yeah, I'm with you all. It's frustrating how quiet it is, but I do still believe that it's gonna move late on for Aston Villa. We're gonna see something coming to fruition eventually. So I just thought I'd just chat a little bit about the window, especially for Villa. I mean, I look at I'm not sort of like focusing on other clubs. I'm not sort of comparing us because we can only do what we're doing. But I look at Spurs. They've only signed Kudus, and I do a West Ham fan's hair, and we were talking today, and I was actually saying like I think it was the right time for you to sell him. He'd plateaued, and I think he's okay, but I don't think he's. I don't. I don't. If Villa signed Kudus, I don't know. I don't think I'd be that sort of excited. I think he's good, but so they've only signed him, and Newcastle have got Alanga. Like their window is very strange, and I imagine some fans think our window's pretty strange. But yeah, I think there's a couple of teams that are in the same boat as us with the window. How it's a bit strange. Like Spurs went in for Gibbs White, and he's ended up staying. And Marinakis has kept him hostage and not allowed him to leave. That interview was so strange when he was just like basically like talking for him, which but I've got to rate it, I've got to rate that he sort of stood firm and was like, nah, you're not going, and release clause apparently, and he was just like, doesn't matter. Like, so I do rate it. He is crazy. He's a bit wild, but yeah, I mean, we just gotta just hold our nerve in this window, really, and just see what happens. So yeah, so good news so far on Watkins that he's staying, etc. And we'll see what happens tomorrow, and there'll probably be somewhere else that comes out. They like to drop the little snippets of information. So yeah, I've just seen that Man City have signed Trafford, and Newcastle were all in on Trafford, and yeah, so that's a bit strange as well. So cool, right? So just thought I'd have a little chat to you about Watkins, how I'm feeling. Just let me know how you guys are feeling at home as well. Cheers, everyone. Up the Villa.